Hey, people. I wanted to reach out to you like I think a lot of people are doing right now through video. Um, because I was actually inspired from a affirmation, horoscopic affirmation that I wrote on Monday. And it reads, and it's for Leo, but these things are fluid. So if you have Leo somewhere emphasized in your chart or you're just drawn to that, you might have read it. And it says, a deep appreciation of purpose, even a simple or transient one, transcends any sense of impermanence. And what struck me about that is that it really does capture the essence of this particular moment, at least astrologically. And let me explain. First, let me go back and explain very briefly how I compose these affirmations is pretty much from a prompt, from a meditation. One day I will talk about what I meditate on, but not right now. And then the flow comes for each particular planet in relation to the different signs. It's easy for Leo because you only have one planet and then thus one manifestation, which is one sign, which is different for like Taurus and Libra, which both have the emanation for Venus. Anyway, what struck me about that is that, I've been looking also at people's different videos and Facebook and on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm watching how bored people seem to be. Not that their stuff or what they're talking about per se is boring. It's more people actually saying, I'm bored because I'm at home, or people talking about how they dislike their kids, which is really weird to me. That's weird. Or like, I can't stand my spouse. I'm like, are you not home that much? That and I can't really talk because I'm always home. My wife is almost always home, so it's kind of like this is kind of our normal. But it got me thinking that what this Saturn Pluto moment is really kind of conjuring up is, are you in touch with your deeper sense of purpose? Are you really hooked in, which we can say both in terms of Saturn talking about what is anchoring us, even being quarantined, and Pluto registering more the idea of how we have to kind of find a deeper sense of purpose through a crisis. That's why I always tell my students, and my students who are listening to this probably know this and have heard this many times, don't talk to me about transformation in Pluto. It's kind of like a soft throw. And I say that because transformation really comes about from a crisis or a chrysalis that precipitates a transformation. And that is kind of also tied into unpacking, unleashing, unearthing one sense of purpose. So one of the things that I have as an intention with this video is for you to think more on what is your purpose. And if you are bored, then is that because you've lost your way with your sense of purpose? Because you're not at your job, you feel like you have nothing to do? Or because you're at home, you're not hooked into the things that you want to do? Now, I understand if your job is of the kind that where you love your job and you're only able to do your job at a particular location, I get it. But I also would challenge you and say that the deeper aspect of purpose is never completely just tied to a job. And I don't mean that it's not tied to one's particular work, but that can also be in the sense that one's work transcends a particular place. It's more so about your approach, not just to life, but in terms of what you want to accomplish in this world. And again, that can come in various forms. So, for instance, I've found a platform by which to speak to people as an astrologer for the last 20 years. And I'm grateful for that. But before that, I was doing that as an actor. And before that, I was doing that as a preacher and debater and all these other things. But what's consistent is being aligned with a sense of purpose. which is to speak to people about what I see as a truth or what I experience as important in the moment. So that's just a way in which to kind of relate to it, but that's more the anchor of purpose. So that's what I have to share, and I look forward to any feedback that you have or thoughts, and hang in there.